Conservative New Media viewers, what's going on? It's me, John D. Villarreal. I have a science story here. It's very interesting. Apparently, a quote-unquote rogue planet has been found, and it's about 100 light years away from Earth. Now, why am I calling it a quote-unquote rogue planet? Well, it's because it doesn't orbit a star, and so it's just sort of all there by itself in space. So that's very interesting. Now, this obviously isn't the planet. It's an artist's rendition that's in the public domain. Now, the planet is named CFB DSIR 2149. Now, they say that this is a very big planet, actually, and it's somewhere between like 4 to 7 times larger than Jupiter. So they think this is a gas giant. Now, what's interesting is it's actually possible that it could be what's called a quote-unquote brown dwarf, meaning that it didn't get big enough to sort of, you know, kick itself into a full-blown star situation with all the nuclear reactions that it takes to do that, and it's just sitting out there on its own as a, you know, brown dwarf here. So think about that. I mean, here's the other question. How many possibly other quote-unquote rogue planets might be out there in the universe? Is this the tip of the iceberg in terms of discovering some of these planets? And what kind of secrets might these planets hold? Meaning, like, why are they out there all by themselves without orbiting a star like our Earth does around the sun? The other thing is, like, let's think about this. Now, obviously this is totally speculation, but if there is possibly advanced alien civilizations out there, if they had advanced transportation technology, might they use one of these rogue planets as a sort of base, if you will? Because maybe having a rogue planet, maybe it would receive less scrutiny, be less hard, you know, be harder to detect, if you will. So it could be, you know, maybe an alien race has a secret base on one of these rogue planets. Who knows? Like I said again, I have no idea. As I've said in other videos, I believe that there is alien life out there in the universe. I don't know what form it is. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's just merely microbes or if it is advanced alien life that has technology that could put together a UFO or whatnot. All I know is, logically, you know, thinking and logically speaking here, in my personal opinion, first of all my personal opinion only, not alleging facts, not casting any aspersions, all for entertainment purposes only. Please check disclaimers. You know, as a super genius, there are billions of planets out there. In my personal opinion, there are so many different scientific discoveries and observations that we've seen even recently that points to the, in my personal opinion, possibility of alien life. And we have just scratched the, we have just seen so very little of what's out there in the universe. And if you look at the different possible planets where there could be in the habitable zone, you know, the quote-unquote Goldilocks zone, it only makes sense, in my personal opinion, that there is a significant possibility for alien life out there in the universe. Where it is, what it is, we don't know, but I want to keep searching. And when you see something like this, it just shows you that, you know, there's so much that we don't know about the universe, and we're learning more and more every day. But so what do you think about that? What's your take on it? What do you think about this rogue planet? It's out there alone. It's not orbiting the sun. Why do you think it's there? What else do you think it might be? You know, do you think it is an actual planet, like a gas giant? Do you think it was a brown dwarf that just didn't get big enough to be a star and have its own thing? And what other planets could be out there like this? Tell me where you're at on this. You know I love the science stuff. You know I like thinking about stuff. We're finding out more all the time, and I like that. Tell me where you're at. Give me the comments below. Please subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal, the 4-time national champion and the super genius. You're watching Conservative New Media. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it to your social networking sites. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.